everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We are going to be talking about IFMA's SFP Credential and the importance of the facility manager in sustainability in FM. My name is Lauren Kruger. See my name here on the next slide. I'm the Director of Sales Operations for IFMA. I have been with IFMA almost 10 years now. I am actually located in Stavanger, Norway, which is the reason why I'm able to bring you this presentation, hopefully at an hour that is convenient to you around the world. We are live on LinkedIn, so if you are joining us for the presentation, I would love to see where you are joining us from, whether it be Singapore, China, Saudi Arabia. Just type it into the chat and say hello. And if you have any questions at all during the presentation, you can also submit a question through the LinkedIn chat for this presentation, and I am happy to help answer any questions throughout the presentation. This should just be about a 30-minute presentation about the SFP and sustainability in FM. So hopefully won't take up too much of your time today. This is live. You will be able to access it again if you look for it on LinkedIn. And is also going to be placed on IFMA's YouTube channel. So if you are able to access YouTube, you can view it there as well. Just a little bit about myself. Again, I am located in Stavanger, Norway. I've been with IFMA almost 10 years, and I have two small children, one who is turning 3 next week, and then an 18-month-old as well. So, who is IFMA? IFMA is the International Facility Management Association, and we are the most trusted and experienced facility management association. We've been around for over 40 years serving the profession. We have over 20,000 members in over 100 countries, and we have 139 chapters globally. So what those are a localized, location-specific group of FMs that have formed a chapter of IFMA in their city. So we have chapters in Europe, we have chapters in Asia Pacific, we have chapters globally, and that's a great way for you to connect with local facility managers in your city, in your country. They tend to have chapter meetings together where people will have a specific program that they learn something, network with other facility managers, and it's a great way to have that in your city. We do have additional communities online that facility managers join, so if there is not a chapter near you, there are online communities for you to join as well. And IFMA is committed to advancing facility management worldwide. We're the premier resource for facility management professionals. We provide current trends, training opportunities, and networking with experts and peers. And I know someone had mentioned there is maybe a delay in the live stream. Sometimes it can lag for about 5 to 10 seconds. So if you see that, please just hang with us. Again, this presentation is you'll be able to view it again after the fact. Usually it'll pop up on your LinkedIn feed and you can rewatch it, as well as it will go to IFMA's YouTube channel. All right, so sustainability and facility management, that is you. So FMs are front and center in climate resilience and global sustainability. So just take a moment to kind of look at all of the icons that you see on the screen. As an FM, you touch every single one of those. Facility management is an essential job function. You operate facilities, you supervise cleaning and safety protocols, you maintain critical infrastructure, develop new workplace strategies, and ensure the continuity and functionality of the core business of the building. You help connect implement, operate, and integrate operations of multiple stakeholders, such as global management, human resources, and IT. So you are a essential function for the facility management job role. And if anything, COVID-19 has taught us that to the world that facility management is an essential function. So global impacts of facilities. Globally, buildings account for 35% of resources, 40% of energy use, carbon emissions. Primary system impacts to climate change are air quality, health, water, weather. So from all the stats that you see on the screen in front of you, optimized operational management of buildings carries a significant part of energy efficiency savings of a building through its life cycle. FMs can provide support to architects, developers, contractors, and with all of that data of energy performance gaps, and what you can provide all that information and where the renovation works need to be prioritized within a building. And FMs are also involved in helping develop smart buildings. Achieving smart buildings is a process in which facility managers advise on installation of smart buildings, smart building applications, and manage those operations, such as e-mobility services and EV charging infrastructure. So you are critical for these processes. So, where do you start with sustainability? Ask yourself, what is your company culture? Does your company support this? Is sustainability part of your balanced scorecard? Do you have any KPIs, key performance indicators around sustainability initiatives? Anything that's existing? How do you measure and define success? And are people looking to you for answers? Then ask yourself, are you strong in the foundations of facility management? IFMA has 11 core competencies of facility management. Sustainability is one of those competencies. The foundational 4 are going to be operations and maintenance, leadership and strategy, finance and business, and project management. Do you have a foundation in those 4? And can sustainability help build on that foundation that you have? And are you ready to learn more about sustainability and how you can be that key stakeholder for your building sustainability initiatives? Are you ready to make an impact? And are you ready to influence your organizational structure? Some of you may have, like we mentioned, people already looking to you for answers, and the IFMA training and SFP Credential is a great option for you to learn more on how you can implement actual projects immediately within your building. IFMA also offers a number of resources through membership. Resources to help you transition your facilities to sustainable practices are, we have their knowledge library, which is a tremendous resource of articles, white papers, research papers, previous webinars. There's a ton of information on there for sustainability practices. We also have an online community engage forum. So this is a great way for you to pose questions of your fellow facility managers around the world and see what they're doing within their buildings that you might be able to implement. We also have an environmental stewardship, utilities, and sustainability community, that is ESUS. For those where sustainability is a key important factor for you and your job role, this would be a great community to join. And again, network with other like-minded individuals who see sustainability as the forefront of their job function. And IFMA also offers a number of live streams and research on these topics as well. And typically Wednesdays tend to be our days for our live stream and research sessions. So make sure that you are being on the lookout for those webinars that come up. Webinar Wednesdays is what we like to call them. So IFMA offers also a number of different options in sustainability training. The first option is going to be IFMA's sustainability course. This is an introduction to sustainable FM. You can learn concepts of managing water, energy, materials and consumables, waste, workplace and site management. It is a short course. It's about 5 study hours on average. You do receive zero point 0.5 CEUs, and there are 6 chapters within this course. Once you complete this course, you do receive a digital badge you see on the screen here. Some of you may have seen colleagues claim these digital badges on their LinkedIn network. And what it means is that it's a great way to show that you've done this training, you've received this knowledge from this course, and if someone clicks on that digital badge, they can see what were the learning objectives that you had to learn in order to go through this program. There are study resources available within the program as well. There is a printed hard copy book that you can order, but also all of the information to complete this course is online. So hard copy books are optional. There are digital books online that you can access. Your access to this course will expire after 1 year. So if you are someone that likes to have the material, in front of you or on your shelf, in your office, at home, ordering those hard copy books would be an option for you so that you have that material with you and in front of you, for the rest of the future. So that sustainability course, as we mentioned, is really for those that want to understand more about what sustainability is in FM and what are the sustainable practices. It's a good stepping stone to understand if IFMA's Sustainability Facility Professional Credential is then the right step for you. The SFP is a lifelong credential for all FMs, so there is no maintenance that you must do in order to renew the credential each year. This is a certificate program, so it is a lifelong credential, and it's going to be driven towards those that want facility efficiency, data-driven decision making, and learn more about sustainable organizational practices. This is ANSI accredited. ANSI is the American body of ISO, if you're familiar with ISO. So all that means is that a third-party assessor has come in to review this entire program, this entire credentialing program, and all of the policies, procedures, people, where the learning objectives came from, how this learning objectives were created. So this third-party assessor has validated that this program meets the level of standards and requirements needed for a credentialing program. So it's a great thing to have that validates the credential for those that are looking at your credentials. The program also includes interactive online study tools, interactive digital flip books, there's pre-tests, quizzes, case studies, flashcards, and final assessments. So the SFP is made up of 3 focus areas that you see on the screen: strategy and alignment for sustainable FM, managing sustainable facilities, and operating sustainable facilities. In order to achieve the credential, there is a final assessment at the end of each one of those focus areas. And these do need to be taken in the order that you see on the screen, starting with strategy and alignment and then ending with operating sustainable facilities, because they build upon each other. So each focus area you go is going to build upon the previous information that you've learned. So this operating sustainable facilities is going to be a larger section and a larger number of questions and time spent on that final assessment. Those are online. You do not need to go to any testing center to take those final assessment. When you purchase the SFP credential, you are purchasing everything you need to complete that credential online. And then you do earn a total of 3 CEUs when you complete that program, as well as receive a SFP digital badge, much like you saw with the sustainability course digital badge. There's also an SFP digital badge so that you can show your colleagues, your coworker, your supervisor that you have attained this SFP credential. One question that we tend to get is, how is this different from LEED certification? So I want to clarify that LEED certification is going to be focused on the building itself. So you have a checklist of items that you have to go through in order to get your building LEED certified, and then to make sure that you're maintaining that certification. Again, a number of things, checklists you must do and meet to show that the building is still maintaining that LEED certification. The SFP is going to focus on the facility manager. So again, like I mentioned previously, is that, FMs are involved in developing, all of the operational efficiencies of that building. So you are the person that is going to be, that needs to understand how to integrate, Internet of Things, IoT, technologies, applications, all of the additional protocols and measurements that have come about from COVID-19. All of that places greater burden on you, the facility manager, and how you maintain your building to operate in that efficiency and that safety protocols. So the SFP is really going to help you understand and maintain the building. So it's not a checklist of, yes, our materials are renewable, so we meet LEED certification. It's really training you and how you can continue to operate and maintain that building throughout the life cycle. And to just give you some ideas of what the content is that is covered in each one of these focus areas, the strategy and alignment, the first focus area, is going to summarize the key concepts related to sustainable FM. Managing sustainable facilities is going to get you an in-depth study of aligning a facility's sustainability plan with the organization's vision, strategic goals, and policies. It also helps you to identify goals, metrics, and tools to measure program performance. Operating sustainable facilities will help you to learn and implement changes in building equipment, tech, and O&M procedures. And then it provides tools and strategies to help improve sustainability in water resources, materials, quality, site considerations. So it's really important to understand that as you go through this program, this is going to give you actionable items to implement immediately within your organization. So it really equips you with those tools and strategies to push these forward immediately within your building. So this is a quote from one of IFMA's instructors, who Patrick Okamura, who is a CFM, FMP, SFP, Lead AP, REM, and CSS. So the SFP was developed by FMs for FMs in pursuit of defining an organizational sustainability culture while establishing proven sustainable building performance levels. The SFP can be considered a major segment in supporting and maintaining an organization's sustainability mission and vision by providing FMs with the knowledge and resources to execute, deliver, and maintain sustainable buildings and infrastructures. If there's anything I hope you take away from this presentation, is that you are the key to maintaining sustainable buildings and infrastructures. So yes, your building may be sustainable, it may meet LEED certification requirements, but in order for it to continue to maintain that throughout the life cycle, you are the person that is going to make that happen. And we support SFP learners. You don't have to pursue your SFP alone. As you go through this program, you may find that you need some additional help, or want to ask some ideas and questions of fellow colleagues going through the SFP program, we do have a new SFP community on IFMA's Engage platform. This Engage platform is for members only. So if you are a member of IFMA, you are interested in going through the SFP or are currently going through the SFP, this community is a great way for you to see who else is going through that SFP program or who has already completed it and may provide some great advice. This is a great opportunity to find perhaps some mentors or others that would like to form study groups, online study groups with you so that you can hold each other accountable as you go through that SFP program. And then I just wanted to quickly touch base on IFMA's other credentialing and training programs. We have focused the majority of our time on the SFP here that you see on the screen. I did mention the FMP credential and the foundational competencies. So remember, IFMA has 11 core competencies that make up the facility management body of knowledge. The FMP program is going to cover 4, which we consider foundational to any FM around the world in any industry. Again, those 4 foundational competencies are operations and maintenance, leadership and strategy, project management, and finance and business. So the FMP makes up those 4 foundational competencies. The SFP focuses on sustainability and is again kind of you have to have you don't have to have any requirements or prerequisites for pursuing your SFP credential, but we do recommend that you at least have, experience and knowledge in the foundational 4 competencies that make up that FMP program. So then the SFP is the next logical step as we see around the world. Sustainable practices and operating buildings is becoming increasingly more important to the corporate initiatives, to global climate change, and having the knowledge and training within those sustainable practices is going to make you that forefront leader for your organization in operating sustainable facilities. You're going to see here on the left side of the screen the essentials of facility management. This is not a credential, this is a training program. And it's for those who are really new to the FM industry, who may have less than a year of experience within facility management. And then you'll see on the far right side of the screen, we have the CFM, the Certified Facility Manager. This is the pinnacle achievement of certifications for facility managers. This is going to test your knowledge on all 11 competencies that make up the facility management body of knowledge. So you do have to have at least 5 years of experience in most of those 11 competencies. So there are prerequisites for applying for the CFM certification. We did have a presentation last month in March that focused on the CFM certification specifically. So for those that want to learn more about the CFM, you can look back through the previous presentations on LinkedIn, on the IFMA's channel or IFMA's YouTube channel, and you can watch that presentation on the CFM certification as well. So take advantage of some special savings that IFMA is offering you today. For those that are interested in the SFP credential, we are offering you $100 off the price of that SFP credential. You can use the code SPRUCEUP100 since it is spring cleaning. Think about sprucing up your knowledge and your professional development within your career. With the SFP. And then for those that are interested in the other trainings and credentials that IFMA offers, we are also offering $100 off the FMP bundle or the core competency course bundle. And then you can receive $50 US off of the Essentials series or one of the FM competency courses. So one of those individual 7 competency courses. And then something important to mention is when you purchase the sustainability course, you can receive dollar for dollar credit towards your SFP credential. So that sustainability course that I mentioned, which is a great introduction to sustainable practices to see if the SFP credential is something you want to pursue. That if you take that course, we will put what you spent on that sustainability course towards your SFP credential. So that way you're not, purchasing two sustainability programs. We will put what you spent on that sustainability course towards your SFP credential to help build on your sustainable training and knowledge. These discounts are valid through the end of April, so you just have about a week to decide if this is something you want to do. You are not required to be an IFMA member to receive these discounts, but if you are an IFMA member, you do already receive a discounted rate on the programs, so this discount will then just provide additional help with purchasing that program. Someone had asked, how long does the credential last before recertification? So the SFP credential does not have any maintenance. So it is a lifelong credential. You do not need to recertify it. That is going to be the same with the FMP. The FMP is a lifelong credential. There is no maintenance. You do not need to recertify. The CFM is a certification and is a credential that you must renew. So you do have to recertify the CFM credential every 3 years. If you let the CFM credential lapse and you do not recertify it, you do have to retake that CFM exam again. So please make sure that you are looking at if you achieved that CFM credential, please make sure that you understand when that happened so that you are recertifying in the correct time. But the FMP and the SFP are lifelong credentials. So thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions at all, you can email corporateconnections@ifma.org. Our website is going to be ifma.org. We have a link here that you can download to convince your boss to help support training with IFMA if this is something that you would like to pursue and you would hope that your company would also support you in that effort. This is a great document to either email to your supervisor or print out and then subtly leave on their desk so that they can review that. Our course catalog is here. This is going to give you all of the training courses that IFMA offers. So we offer much more than just what I went over in this presentation today. If you would like to take a look at everything, you can visit that course catalog. We have a number of short video courses, and all of those video courses are organized by competency. So if you want to see what other video courses we may have on sustainability, you can filter that to look for those related to sustainability, and it will provide you with additional short video courses that also provide CEU points for you. Those are also great ways. If you have your CFM credential, you also receive maintenance points for any of those video courses. So you can also get CFM maintenance points for those courses as well. So hello again, everyone. We do have group pricing available. So if a number of your colleagues in your office are interested, please reach out to Corporate Connections so that we can offer you the best discount based on how many employees or colleagues are interested. And we do have a quick question. What would you ideally suggest for a facility manager to take up the course at the present? So it's really going to depend on your experience and how long you've been in the industry. Let me just go back a couple slides here for you, so we can take a look at this page again. If you have less than a year of experience within facility management, we recommend starting at the Essentials of Facility Management. This is a training program. This is not a credential. It's going to be 10 modules that introduce you to the key concepts of what a facility manager does, what are the key job roles, functionalities. It's more of an introductory course to facility management. The FMP, if you do not have a foundational a knowledge in the foundational competencies. So those 4 that are deemed critical for any employer, any job, function, or role within facility management. If you are not comfortable in those 4 foundation, the FMP would be a place that I would recommend you starting, because this is really going to give you the training and knowledge needed in those foundational 4 competencies. If you do not have to start with the FMP in order to pursue the SFP. There is no requirements that you need in order to pursue the SFP program. It is recommended you have at least a year of experience or knowledge in the foundational 4 competencies, because the SFP is going to build on those foundational 4 competencies. It does just give you additional information and training in sustainability, but it is going to read as you are someone who, a facility manager who at least has knowledge of the foundational 4 and experience within those foundational 4 competencies. The CFM, if you have more than 5 years of experience within facility management, and at least 5 years of experience within the majority of the 11 competencies that make up the body of knowledge, then the CFM might be a good credential for you to pursue. The CFM is going to test your knowledge and your application of that knowledge on all 11 competencies that make up the body of knowledge. So you really do have to have a number of years of experience within facility management, and at least experience touching or working within all 11 competencies, the majority of them, before you can be eligible to apply for that CFM. So if that is not you at this point, then I would recommend starting with the FMP, looking at the SFP if this is something your company is wanting you to do, or if you're wanting to just be a thought leader in sustainable practices for your organization, the SFP is also a great credential for you. So I hope that answers your question. If you want to chat more about that and what your experience is, I am happy to reach out. You can reach out to corporateconnections@ifma.org, and we can have kind of a personal conversation about what might be the best credential for you. All right, everyone, don't forget about these special savings. Write down those discount codes. They are good through the end of the month, so please take advantage of them. And then, as I mentioned, becoming a member is not required to take any of IFMA's credentials or training programs, but you do receive member pricing for those programs. So if you are someone that is looking to be a lifelong learner with IFMA, I would look at the discounts you may receive, the money you may save by becoming a member of IFMA. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for your time today. Hopefully I kept it short enough for you and didn't lose too many focus from you. Again, any questions at all, please reach out to IFMA, and we are happy to help you and help you understand which is the best path forward for you in your learning journey. Thank you very much.